Greetings once again, beloved multiversal soul familia. Hello, hello, and welcome back. This is Mission Focused Miracle Manifestation Monday. It has been a hot minute, I believe, since I have done a miracle manifestation and mission focused Monday message. So here we go. We're going to go right into these playing cards to just get some in general energy out on the table. Some subtle hints as to what is lingering in our orbits at this time. 111 on the timer, beloveds. That is a reminder for me that before we get started, we're going to say a prayer, and let's see, I don't know if I got this charcoal going good enough or not. Dang it. Well, it's hot to the touch, even though it doesn't look like it. So, here we go. Nevertheless, getting this ball rolling. Miracle manifestation and mission-focused messages. Energy in our orbit at this time, beloveds. Yes. A little for you. And a little for me. A little for you. And a little for me. Anyways. Yes, I'm feeling guided to reach for the amber as well. I actually need to put more of this on my shopping list. Eyes getting low. Here we go. Ooh, you can see the smoke rising. Very good. I love the combination of the fragrance, the aromatics between the palo and the amber resin. Oh my goodness. That's what's up. Yes. All right. So, infinite creator, source of all that is, was, and will ever be, we stand in your divine authority, commanding in alignment with your divine perfect will. By the power of divine law, we now open our lives to abundant security, stability, and protection, and every ounce of energy and currency we spend doubles in manifestation. No weapons formed against us shall prosper. Every curse, every evil eye, every ill wish, every case, cause, and concern dissolved into nothingness by the radiance of our divine creator's light. We command true prosperity to flow into our lives, prosperity that nourishes our soul, sustains our bodies, and blesses all who walk with us. Wealth and resources are now aligned to our highest purpose, and again, they double for every amount we invest. We command good fortune to follow us in all things. Doors of opportunity opening before us effortlessly. and every step we take is guided by divine light. We call forth true love, divinely ordained, harmonious, and eternal. Our hearts and souls are aligned to receive and give love in its purest, most sacred form. May our paths be illuminated, our spirits fortified, and our lives a testament to the boundless grace of the Creator. So it is, so it is, so it is. All right. Yes, at the bottom of the deck, we have hidden attributes. Coming in behind that, we have victory. So, hidden attributes leading to victory going on behind the scenes. Well, either known or unbeknownst to us is what I just heard. Hidden attributes that are contributing to success, passing the test, and also confirmation that all cases, causes, and concerns will be dismissed or otherwise ruled in our favor without even budging, without even stepping off our high horse, because the Six of Wands actually shows a winning person high on their horse. All right, let's see what else is coming out in the energy or in the orbit in terms of energy. We have the Four of Swords. It's giving me the impression that the collective is being guided to rest when you're tired. Take regular intermittent time outs, I just heard. Coming out the gate with this Queen of Hearts energy, this is the collective, and right behind that we have the Joker card, and this represents, in my deck, it represents learning through experience, transformation, the return of innocence or the return to innocence, leaps of faith, knowing thyself, sometimes being foolish, but I'm hearing that more often it's more like feeling foolish due to past improvising. Behind that, we have the Queen of Swords. So we now have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords on the table. And right behind that, we have the Two of Cups. Some synchronicities occurring at this time due to taking this leap of faith by bringing out more of these hidden attributes that are already leading to passing test after test, winning in everything that we do, and yes, victory lap after victory lap, I just heard. So there is this balance between being this harbinger of truth, but also like balancing that out with having a really good listening ear. Like even when the collective has issues of their own, it's like they're still willing to bend a listening ear and just be that someone that others can turn to. We have the Five of Wands in reverse. So this is no longer competing with others, no longer engaging in useless battles, petty people, places, things, and situations will no longer move or shake us. With the Seven of Swords, this is like, even if the collective is well-to-do financially, it's like there's still a little bit something missing on the spiritual end that the collective has been putting some work into here. A new direction in life. A new direction. Alright, let's go in one more time with this deck. Ooh, we have the Ten of Wands. It's like the collective was like carrying the weight of everyone's problems until it became exhausting. We have the Ten of Wands and the Nine of Swords here. So this is carrying the weight of others to the point of restlessness. It has created problems. But yet again, the collective is still here with that the Knight of Pentacles here, which is the Jack of Diamonds, and the Six of Wands. So it's like the collective isn't really even seeing themselves like on the brink of this victory, not really seeing yourselves like in that winning element. But it's changing as more of these hidden attributes start to come to the surface. Yes, with the Three of Cups also coming from the bottom, which represents the environment, seen and unseen. This is putting an end to this emotional cycle of repetitive thoughts and anxiety and restlessness and mind attacks, nightmares. Disclaimer alert. I'm not a doctor. This is not a diagnosis, not a prescription, not a prognosis. Hey, 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 hey. Just saying, that is the energy of this Nine of Swords, but you're coming out of it. You are making the decision, or you have made the decision, that you are no longer carrying around the weight of others. You're still someone to turn to. You still bend that listening ear, but you no longer wear other people's stress on your sleeve like regalia. Okay. All right. We are now going to reach for the Kipper. for a bit more detail in terms of a miracle mindset, miracle manifestation mindset, and mission focused mindset. Let's see what other energy is in the collective orbit. Oops. Contributing. We have the light at the end of the tunnel, which is also a mature woman. A mature woman realizing that they are the light at the end of the tunnel, and the tunnel is an illusion. With this combined, we have the number 635, and that is going to be our first angel number. Oops. For today's message. Let's take a look. Just want to make sure that I don't have any other windows open before I create another one. And here we are with the angel number 635. Showing that it would be nice to volunteer for a project that will boost your skill set and experiences. Indeed, it will build valuable interpersonal skills as you interact with your peers. You can also fine-tune your skills by subscribing to sites that offer relevant technological advancements and updates on trends. So this is one of those numbers that actually encourage us to hang around, not so much with the like-minded, but much rather hanging around those of different backgrounds, races, languages, etc., to further our development. Okay. It's also about our obligations to our home, providing, showing love, guidance, and moral support, inner strength, being assertive, and forging our path are other attributes of this number. Being brave, being brave, being resourceful, using our imagination even to be more inventive. Ensuring that as we fine-tune our skills, we are becoming even more relevant, less competitive, except in terms of our own progress. Being a better version of ourselves today than what we were yesterday, so to speak. Taking in new ideas, being an open book, but also being open to more learning. All right, let's stop there. At the bottom of the deck, we also have the wealthy man, So, we can take this literally, but we can also look into the other references for these cards. With a mature woman, one who generally listens to others' concerns, offering aid and good advice. So the mature woman is the Queen of Cups. Go figure. And we have the Queen of Cups on the table. Inventive, imaginative, a truth seeker, but more than anyone, this is someone who is emotionally supportive even when they have issues of their own. This, beloveds, is you. This is the collective. Now, in terms of the wealthy man being on the table, this is some kind of business venture, career success, acumen, smart plans, rational thought, and well-calculated risk. Well, with the Joker card and the the Knight of Pentacles, the evidence of these well-calculated risks was on the table before the venture or the person offering the venture even showed up. Let's take a look at the pathway. A lot that still needs to be done, as well as indication of ventures that are going to be long-term ventures. Now I'm feeling guided to say long-term adventures as well. This Knight of Pentacles is a hard-working person. Someone loyal. And hardworking. So some of you could actually be the wealthy man, and others of you could be the mature woman. So the destination is nowhere in sight, but there is faith in the collective. The overcoming of distance. So this is, to some degree, for some of you, this is people coming together. Mission focused. Remember, this is miracle manifestation and mission focused messages. So this mature woman and wealthy man are mission partners. Not necessarily divine counterparts, though, but that could come out with another card. if the no, I'm being guided to keep what I was about to say to myself. We'll just have to see what else is coming out at this time. All right. Giving us a bit more to go on. Mission focused messages. Mission focused. Whoa. Okay, well, we now have 4 more cards. Unexpected income. Concern is in reverse. So immediately I'm hearing concerns are fading because any cases, causes, concerns, conflict is all turning out in our favor. With patience and even an unexpected income that is right within our reach. And we're being guided to anchor it in. As our concerns continue to fade away. And you know I can't look at that powerful master number without ringing the bell. So let's do it. We also have the number 13 on the table, which is also another extremely powerful number. So here we go. I'm going to wet my whistle with some structured water here. Yes, those are seeds that you see at the bottom of my glass. Because all I do is slice the lemon and add it to my glass. I mean, wash the lemon first. But yeah, here we go. 1, 2, 3. I went a little bit longer than usual because of the 2 different cards. So doubling the energy. Let's take a look at 33. Remember, this message of concern, this concern is in reverse. We are no longer lacking. Career prospects no longer feeding into fear-based propaganda or fear-based scenarios, messages. We stopped tuning into that garbage. No longer lacking in knowledge or information either. When it's in reverse, it's also saying that we have become laser focused. Pinpoint accuracy. You remember not too long ago in one of my videos, I was mentioning Thailand and the Philippines, and how much I love the land of smiles. And there is a reason why it's called the land of smiles, because even when the people of these communities are faced with tragedy, they still somehow find a way to find joy, to be um, content, to be happy, to have fun, to be high vibe. And I mentioned something along the lines of wondering about volcanism, like volcanic eruptions. And then I said something along the lines of I don't really foresee a volcanic eruption happening in Thailand or in the Philippines, but perhaps an earthquake. And what happened 3 days ago? There was an earthquake in Thailand. So that right there is exactly why I say intermittently in my content all throughout this channel that it's important that we are very mindful of our spoken word, because it has power that can either be a tool for the divine or a tool of destruction. Even if we don't have that intent of destruction. No, I don't feel personally responsible for this earthquake, but I do find it interesting how I was just having a discussion. I don't remember which video that it's in to refer you to. I just know that it was said recently in one of my videos, and then it happened. Now I'm feeling guided to just leave it alone from there, because we are not catastrophizing that part, putting an end to our worries. And if you were ever dealing with a long line of rejection, get used to the opposite coming in for you. Being more optimistic, and sovereign, hopeful, okay, that's all I'm meant to say at this time. Let's take a look at distant horizons. Number 36. Representing yearnings, dreams, hopes, and wishes. Sailing to a new shore. Some of the collective is even going to be going abroad. Either for spiritual learning or some way to apply to your vocation, or both. Because they could be very much so hand in hand, like my own. Being more open-minded. And a reminder that even with victory lap after victory lap after victory lap with that Six of Wands, there is still more of that coming in. Long-term success in our spiritual development, vocational development, community and collective development. Beloveds, our dreams are no longer just a vision, they are coming true. That is what was just placed on my heart. So, do not lose sight of your dreams. That is what I just heard. Do not lose sight of your dreams. A waiting period. So we've already done the victory lap. Now we're just waiting for the rewards to come in. Spending some time just embracing observation. Prioritizing awareness. And in the next 3 months, what I'm hearing, in the next 3 months, there's going to be like this trickling of assets coming in for us. The mother load on the mother ship is coming in. Our ships are coming in. And we're being guided to continue to anchor and embody these attributes, especially that of the Queen of Hearts, which is also the same energy as the mature woman. We are protected from those darker undercurrents. Ooh, so I just did a split. And in doing so, we have thoughts at the bottom and courtship from the middle. And I just heard Cupid's arrow has already struck. So whether this is falling in love with what you do or falling in love with a person, it's already happening. The arrow has already struck. Lovers right behind that. So again, this is either a very strong, intense energy between two people or an immense love for what we do. And it can even be both. It can even be both. Let's not overthink it at this time, though. Let's not overthink it. It's coming in this week. Just, think of me when it happens. Mwah. Think of me when it happens. Because that earthquake happened, and I most certainly didn't set the intention to be making a prediction. But it happened. Let's take a look at courtship and thoughts first. So we're going to put the lovers off to the side. And with courtship and thoughts combined, we have another angel number 416, and it's being placed on my heart to take a look at this number as well. Stability, hard work, and manifesting. Love, spirituality, and even in our vocations. So this is clarifying everything that I was just saying, bringing in even more stability for us. To continue to acknowledge any duality, all up in these thoughts, any duality within ourselves while we move forward into new phases of life. Understanding that life won't always be easy, but we are strong and capable. So this is also confirmation of long-term benefits that came from other cards on the table. And that would be the energy of the wealthy man. Long-term benefits for us and our loved ones. Okay. So it says no one is wildly in love yet, but it's happening. So the collective is being guided to be open for a new person to enter their lives, trying to meet people and searching for new contacts. Perhaps there is someone who will suddenly mean the world to you. Getting together, socially, romantically, or even for business reasons. As well as an air of persuasion involved here. And since that card was originally touching distant horizons and the pathway, that tells me that we are going to have long-term stability, security, and support. Enough to even be able to provide for others. And if that's something that you already do anyway, it's going to improve. So, because it actually came out with courtship and after the wealthy man, this definitely involves relationships. Now, with this Jack of Diamonds, aka Knight of Pentacles, beloveds, some of these hidden attributes could very well be stuffed down because it's a secret. The collective doesn't want others to know about this occurring inside of someone's head. The thoughts are the only details coming to the surface at this time, but there is more coming. And as it comes in, we're being guided to anchor it, including this. Unexpected income. And this is also telling me that this wealthy man and mature woman, they are already like very mindful individuals here. And this is addressing the thoughts of the mature woman, thinking about the wealthy man. Now, she doesn't necessarily have to be thinking in terms of material connections and relationships. It can be a wealth of richness and love, being more mindful, living a more meaningful life of sustenance. Coming together. And the 4 is really standing out to me quite a bit at this time. And tomorrow is the first day of April, the 4th month on the Gregorian calendar. Tomorrow is also April Fool's Day. And some kind of good news is going to come in for the collective sometime in the next 24 hours. For some of you, it'll be within the next 4 hours. In other parts of the world, it's going to be the 1st of April there before where we are in the Midwest and East Coast region of the United States. We're in the Eastern time zone. We'll just put it that way and leave it there. But Cupid's arrow has struck. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And with the Lover's card, it is saying that they can find love now. And faithfulness. That Knight of Pentacles also represents loyalty, and so does the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Hearts. We have 2 different cards right here representing loyalty. But also, we have the Fool card, the Joker, representing being true to ourselves. So we have being true to ourselves and others. finding love and faithfulness. Let yourself be guided by your feeling and intuition. An indication of love or falling in love. So the whole falling part is still happening, as confirmed by this card. So the courtship is a confirmation, a double confirmation for this connection. And since we don't have card number 8 on the table, it can only mean really good things. There are not going to be any obstacles or dishonesty with these connections, beloveds. Beautiful. Okay, I'm feeling guided to kind of clean this up here a little bit, and we're going to go in for yet another deck. All this energy is still on the table. I'm just clearing the way. So that we can bring in the Hungarian Gypsy. And this card, the Ecclesiastic, separated itself from the rest of the deck. And I was just saying, living a more loving, loyal, faithful life. This is like Hierophant energy right here. The creme of the crop, beloveds. Top tier, top of the line. Hierophant archetype right here. Let's see how it is relevant to us. Maybe. Oh, goodness. Someone of unwavering faith. Confirmation that connections made this week will be loyal, whether it's platonic or romantic. It's loyal, faithful. At the bottom of the deck, we have jealousy, but it's in reverse. Because we don't even engage with that garbage anymore. And didn't really like it in the past either. But when those boisterous spirits that like to go to any length they can to have the limelight, let them have it. Let them have it. Because we have overcome it. We don't engage in jealousy or jealous acts. Why? Because no one else can possess what is meant for us. Unless they steal it. And what do they say about stealing and thieves? Just let them have it. Just let them have it. If it's stolen, it's cursed. Alright? If it's stolen, it's cursed. This, because it's in reverse, is telling me that a person of high honor with Hierophant energy is a secret admirer to the collective. The collective has secret admirers. And this is a relationship that would be approved of because it's jealousy, but it's in reverse. So normally it would represent someone disapproving of a relationship. But the way that it came out, these relationships that are coming together for the collective are 100% grade A approved. Oh. And some of the collective is going to be going on a journey towards that love, that relationship. Again, it can be a vocational mission partner, not necessarily of romance. Hmm. The message that I'm getting by looking closer at this card is that also there are parts of the collective who would be willing to give up the lap of luxury. See the castle or mansion in the background? They're departing away from that. Like sacrificing all of that for the real deal. True wealth, true prosperity. Giving up that lap of luxury to be in a true state of abundance. What that even means for the collective has been changing. Material wealth and relationships have become less and less important, even with the realization that some material relationships are important. because we got to live, right? Our livelihood is important, right? So, although it shows a woman in the carriage, it actually represents a man in a car. So, for the majority of the collective, it's going to be the male counterpart. Coming towards the collective. And there's already movement underway. It's happening. It's already happening. They're falling in love. It's going to be long term. Top tier Hierophant energy, High Priestess energy, if you are Divine Feminine. But you know, we have, all of us have that High Priestess and Hierophant energy, regardless of gender. So, there's that. What else is coming into the collective orbit? Yes. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. And I'm feeling good. Still stable, still secured. It looks like the collective just dialed it back a bit. This is also giving the impression that all of this will be coming together in a remote, like hard to reach place. Notice that there's a bridge and a boat, like this is only accessible first by way of the boat and then the bridge. Whereas when they were in the lap of luxury, everything was exposed and vulnerable and accessible, easily accessible. This is going to be not only someone's home, but a safe haven. A safe haven, beloveds. Security and stability. Structure, I just heard. More structure. Marriage at the bottom of the deck. Not necessarily literally, but love and marriage seem to go together like a horse and carriage. Some of you are about to be married with children. Oh my goodness. And the officiant is already preparing the documents. That's what I just heard. But again, this is not literal marriage for everyone. This is just a divine union of divine counterparts, be it platonic, vocational, or romantic, that is going to be long-term, secured, stable, safe. It's a safe haven. The entire energy is all like safe haven energy, whether it's coming from a person or a place. Unexpected joy. So, on top of the unexpected income, we have unexpected joy. A lot of cards matching up between these two different decks, plus what came out. All playing matchy-matchy. A surprise windfall, luck, or a benevolent young man. There has been a lot of discussion about a man in particular. A helpful spirit. Confirmation of the wealthy man and the mature woman. Although technically they're not divine counterparts according to this deck, but in the astrals and in the Akashic, they are, because they come from a place where titles and labels have a lot less meaning than the energy, the intensity that these two not only carry as complete individuals who feel complete, but also as this amazing power couple. But without all the fancy labels. Yes, unexpected joy. And the decision has been made. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be a judge officiating. It can be a high-ranking official, a professor, a teacher even. A teacher who has already made the decision on who and what they want in life. They're very sure because they know themselves very well, just like the wealthy man. And the Joker card energy. Beautiful. Windfall after windfall. See, I was saying earlier with that Six of Wands, it's looking like victory lap after victory lap after victory lap. Now it's all playing out in the cards, one after another from several different decks. We're getting the wealthy man and unexpected joy and unexpected income, courtship, homes, Hierophant energy, came out first, and it separated from the deck on its own. I mean, like it was already just meant to be that first card to come out of this particular deck. And although these types of relationships coming together for us may cause jealousy, we're not responsible for how other people react and respond and even ruminate. Did you know that some people actually get paid to be a BSer and just ruminate their word salad and word vomit all over us? 1:11:01 on the timer. That was my indication that I needed to stop what I was saying before it starts to sound a bit, where is it? Like that Five of Wands, petty arguments, petty statements, lip service. Meanwhile, we, beloveds, have unwavering faith. Unwavering faith. This teacher could also be a magician, a practitioner, a benevolent young man and helpful spirit. Because of the unexpected joy of the wealthy man. In terms of this mature woman, embodying that high priestess energy, beginning with the Queen of Hearts, but the Queen of Swords also came out. So that's to say that the other two queens are part of those hidden attributes. So that High Priestess Empress energy is present. It's just that some of the attributes are hidden. A visit. Oh, somebody wants to bring you flowers. In the picture, though, it looks like a younger woman visiting an older woman. But I'm not taking it literally. What I see here is like the maiden and the crone archetypes of the people coming together, working together and collaborating. And now I'm hearing I had to grow up in order to embrace the child self again. The crone complements the maiden. The maiden compliments the crone. That's what I just heard. Hmm. A message coming in concerning what I've been saying. Not concerned, it's not a concerning message, but it's related and relevant to everything that I've been sharing that's coming into our orbits. Some of it being already in our orbits and is either being tucked away or it's still a hidden attribute. I'm getting that this message is confirmation in multiple forms and modalities of passing the tests. We just continue to pass these tests, transcending the ego, transcending the false self. It almost looks like a portal. Like it's more than likely a bag that he's holding, but at a quick glance, it looks like a portal that has opened. And now all these love letters and coins, the gold and the love letters are all coming out of this portal. So the portals that are open at this time, it's not so much about us going through them per se or into them, but equally so what's coming out of them. And at this time, for us as the collective, it is benevolent. Good fortune. Oh, look. Didn't I say that the ships are coming in and that all we need to focus on is making sure that as they come in, we are anchoring. Anchoring that hope. Anchoring that faith like the Hierophant energy. Ooh, yes. Stability. Abundance. And a young woman in her prime. Still young, but mature. And this is how the wealthy man and the mature woman became divine counterparts. Not based on titles, labels, looks, or any of that on the surface, but the sustenance. And according to the cards that have been coming out for the collective, they both have benevolent sustenance. Both of them in their prime, regardless of their age, regardless of what they own or what they do for a living. None of that matters, and none of it matters. We're anchoring in the love, not just the hope, but the love, the messages, the love letters, the golden nuggets coming in for us this week. This week, more stability is coming in for us, becoming even more grounded. But you remember a little bit ago when I was speaking on being more practical? The way that I'm interpreting that at this time is more about minimalism. Like Creator's way of saying, you can't fit that castle inside of that carriage. And do you really even need it anyway? It was 1, 2, 2, 2, 1 on the timer, a mirroring number. Let's take a look at it. Ooh, yes, achieving our life's purpose and spiritual growth, awakening, inspiration, romance, big love, not just any love, but big love, romance, loyalty, and faithfulness. Boy, these messages are starting to just loop right back around full circle. Whatever's on that carriage, whatever is in that car, is going to make the home that they build together richer than what any money can buy. Because it's not about the superficial, surface level BS. It's about what's on the inside. Also a message that it's necessary to stay active and focused. Any issues and situations we are experiencing, we should be tackling with a positive attitude. And the outcome depends on the optimism and positivity. And, yeah. now I'm feeling guided to wrap this up, beloveds. We're going to make one more full pass. And what do we have? The Lover out again. So, as much as I was trying to lean away from the romance, there's only so many times I can say, oh, it's more about this and this and this than that. But it can't be any more obvious now. It cannot be any more obvious. And it's also a male significator, representing an adult man or the querent's partner. Lovers. Lover. As well as our ships coming in. Double, double, double. Trouble, trouble, trouble. Double for our trouble. Any and all forms of currency and energy we invest multiply no less than double. And that is where we're being reminded yet again to be very mindful even of the spoken word, because again, it can either be a tool for the divine or a tool for destruction. And beloveds, the energy that's in our orbit is all benevolent, every bit of it. Us, them, the me-oh-my's, every bit of it. Message. Confirmation with this card. It's official. Benevolent, divine counterparts, mission partners, be it in vocation, platonic, and especially in romance. And that is the message. We are passing these tests with flying colors. And that's the message. So, there we go. Love. That concludes our miracle manifestation and mission focused Monday messages. Thank you so very much for tuning in whenever you tune in, from wherever you tune in, with much gratitude and appreciation. Brightest of blessings.